Dad has been completely out of control ever since Theo took Brenda. And I understand that he's worried, but if he keeps going off on people like he did to Sean, he's gonna make things a lot worse for himself. And you cannot keep Dad in check and find Brenda. Jason, let me help you. I
don't want to put you in a position where you could be hurt or violate your parole.
I don't need to be protected, Jason. That's the point. What happened today proves that I can take care of myself. Look, a guy had a gun pointed at me, and I took it away from using the stuff that you taught me. I thought you'd be proud of me.
That you could have been killed?
No, that I don't have to hide behind you anymore.
You up for a visitor?
Yes.
Oh, I remember how awful the coffee was in this place. When I was waiting for Michael after the bus crash, I thought you could use a cup that actually had some flavor. Vanilla. Hope that's okay.
Delicious. Thank you.
So, how are you?
Well, the doctors think I'm going to make a full recovery.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's a miracle, actually, considering what was left of that limo.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Sonny had taken precautions because I think, yes, I know, it would have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it would have been. But you survived.
I did.
So, why are you sitting here with a sad face?
Am I? It's silly, actually.
Well, I promise I'm not gonna laugh.
So there's this nurse who works here. And she came in and she was showing me a picture of her kid, and he's the sweetest little boy ever. And I just can't stop thinking how Jason and I will never have a child.
All right, let's get something straight. You didn't have to hide behind me.
Wasn't necessarily holding my own either, was I? Before Pentonville, I never needed to. No one ever get in my face with Dad's guards standing around. But in Pentonville, I was fair game, and you knew that. That's why you sent yourself to prison, because you knew I didn't stand a chance there by myself. But I'm not helpless anymore, Jason. You taught me how to defend myself, how to take control and get the upper hand of any situation, and that's exactly what I did today, and I was good at it.
Look, I know that you're strong. I know that you're smart. I know that you're capable. You can keep calm in a crisis. The bus crash proved that. But this is not the life for you. Your dad and I don't want that.
See, then you sound like Mom.
Well, Carly's right. So is your dad.
But Dad doesn't want me to be in the business because he doesn't think I can handle it. Not the way that Dante would have handled it. The problem is Dante chose a different path, so why can't I choose the kind of life that I want for myself?
Okay, so this is what you want to do right now,
It's what I
right?
want to do, yes.
Okay, what about 10 years from now? What about 20 years from now? See, you're not even thinking about the things that you have to give up because of this life. Things that you might not care about today, but someday you will.
Like what?
Well, like having a family. It's not that I don't love my life with Jason. I do. I do. He is everything I could ever want.
Sometimes you can't help but wonder, you know, what it would be like if you'd made different choices. Yeah, I do it all the time. You know, if only I'd tried harder in high school, studied more, you know, maybe I would have gotten a scholarship to college, but that's not the way things worked out. And I'm okay with that. And if I'd never taken that job at the club, I wouldn't have met you.
It's true.
Or been introduced to Michael.
Yeah.
And he's an amazing person, and I'm sure a lot of that credit goes to Jason. You know, Michael just thinks the world of him.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what makes me so sad. Every time I see Jason with Michael, I can't help but think what an incredible dad he would be.
So, what's stopping you guys from having a family? I mean, what?
I got shot a few years ago, and they told me that I couldn't have kids. Well, that's at least what they told me at the time, but now there's this new procedure that could possibly change everything. But that really doesn't matter, because Jason and I just aren't set up for kids.
You know, I wasn't much older than you when I started working for your dad. Yeah, I got fed up. I got fed up with everyone telling me, you know, what I should do and how I should feel. And Sonny was the only one who didn't. He accepted me, he gave me a job, and most importantly, a purpose.
Yeah, he gave you a chance to prove yourself. That's all I'm asking.
But all I wanted when I got into this business was just to feel competent. Okay, I didn't realize how much this business would define me. I didn't realize how many options this business would take away from me. Like having a family and children.
I don't know you wanted kids.
I have a kid. I'm Jake Weber's real father.
Does Lucky know?
Yeah, Lucky knows. Lucky, Elizabeth and I, we agreed that it would be safer if I gave Jake up. So Jake doesn't even know me. And I doubt he will ever know me. And I can't tell you how much I miss that kid. I don't want that to happen to you.
Maybe I don't want kids.
Maybe not now, but you will. I mean, I would love to have a family with Sam, but I can't.
Look, I'm sorry, Jason, I really am. But I have to figure out my own life.
I know. I just don't want you to wake up one day and realize it's too late. All I'm asking you is to give yourself a better chance at a future.
Oh, you're checking in on me already. Don't worry, I'm not running around the hallways or doing laps or anything. I'm just sitting here reading my book because I have lots of them. What's wrong?
Michael could have been killed tonight. He was following one of Theo's men. Guy pulled the gun and Michael jumped him.
Is he all right?
He actually got the gun away without getting shot. Dante is the guy down at the station for questioning.
What was he thinking?
He was doing exactly what I taught him. And now he's all fired up thinking what happened tonight proves that he can actually handle being in the business.
Ugh, are you kidding me? That's the last thing you would want.
I know. I tried to explain to him all the reasons he's going to regret it later on in life.
Well, do you regret it?
You know, when I made the choice to work for Sonny, I really had no idea how it would affect my life and everybody in my life. And you. I mean, you gave up so much for me.
I made a choice too, Jason. I want to be with you. I love you. I wouldn't change a thing about our life.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm at the hospital with Sam. Why?
Sean needs to see you. He's with me at the house, and he says he has information that you'd want to hear.
You want to talk, you come to me. You don't put Carly in the middle.
I didn't have a choice. Theo had men waiting outside the bank where I kept the safety deposit box. Things were starting to get ugly when the security broke it up. It gave me enough time to make off with the records, but Theo's not stupid. I didn't want to risk approaching yours, Sonny, directly in case his men were watching.
Did you find a lead?
When I worked as a courier for Theo, he would have me deliver documents to a holding company. And Theo had it set up in New York, but there were several subsidiaries.
That explains how Theo was able to do business without anybody knowing who he was.
Theo may have leased space through the holding company or one of the subsidiaries. Could be where he's holding Brenda.
This could help. Thank you.
Like I said, I paid my debt.
Hey, got your message. What happened?
Almost committed murder in the middle of the PCPD. The guy that Dante brought in for questioning, he's the guy who drove Brenda away in the van.
It's not like Theo to leave a loose end, especially one that's going to talk to the cops. Are you sure this guy's telling the truth?
Dante let me get in his face until he started talking. Mac played along. The guy was so scared he would have sold his mother.
Yeah, but you see where he took Brenda?
To the airport, so he could trade off with Theo. He'd have put her on a plane. She'd have been across country. I never would have seen her again. Apparently, he drove back into town.
So Brenda can still be here in Port Charles?
I don't care about territory or truces. Because I'm going to tear apart this town brick by brick. Until I find her. Where are we with this Sean guy?
Sean came back from Manhattan. He found a name of a holding company in Theo's records. This was a company that Theo set up before he came to Port Charles, so I gave all the information to Spinelli. He's doing his research, and hopefully we can just come up with an address.
It's a good lead.
It would help to know what Theo's trying to accomplish. Taking Brenda, blowing up the limo. It's almost like you're his target, not Brenda.
You're right. You know what? This started with Theo avenging his son. He's messing with me. He wants a war. I sure as hell will give him one.